homology, and it comes to genetics, and it comes to anatomy, or it comes to the fossil record, all of this is based on the assumption of homology. And there is nothing new that is added to this by genetics or by the fossil record. Now here's the actual point. The point is that no fossil can be proven to be a human chimp ancestor. So why you
You're not listening to anything.
Wait, hang on. Even if there was no fossils, human chimp ancestry would still be believed to be true by you.
We have other evidence.
No.
Because we have other evidence.
But at the moment what's happening, Phil, is this. It's like whack-a-mole. You deal with something with genetics, and you show how that's not an independent line of reasoning, you run off to the fossils. When you deal with that, you run off with something else. So tell me this.
Why you're saying running off to something else means providing independent evidence?
No, but hang on. How can that be independent evidence? When I dealt with genetics, you ran away to the fossil record, and when we're dealing with the fossil record, you're running off to we have other independent evidence. The thing is,
you didn't deal with any of them.
Yes, I did.
All right, you think you did. You assess you won the debate.
No, it's
I'll assess I won the debate, and we'll have to let the people that watch decide.
No,
okay?
Phil, if for you to come here, you actually wanted to have a formal debate. We have to.
Yeah. And how long would the formal debate be? Tell me.
I don't know however long the Q&A is.
Something like that, right?
Something like this, yeah.
We've been here for 2 hours.
So tell me this. So tell me this.
Right?
Tell me this.
And we're going round and round in circles.
Tell me this. Tell me if my summary of you is wrong.
Okay.
You began off with it's true. It is actually true. And I began off with it is an assumption of homology which cannot be disproven. And this is still based on methodological naturalism, still based on the idea that even if homology was true, it would be a necessary condition for human chimp ancestry, not a sufficient one, because you still have to have a mechanism of natural selection which you didn't deal with. In our conversation, it devolved to a point where you admitted the assumption is there. But what you're still trying to do is you're still trying to say the assumption is validated based on probabilities.
Okay, what I said was that human and chimp common ancestry is a fact, and it's a fact because the data overwhelmingly supports it. And that's not just me saying that. This is what the Chimpanzee Genome Consortium said in their paper. Sorry, can you
I know what you're saying.
So why do philosophers of science and philosophers of biology and evolutionary biologists?
Those philosophers. Elliot Sober, you quoted him as saying that you can't infer common ancestry from similarities.
That's not what he says there.
Yes, it is what
he says. You can't say it's a must. It's true.
Right. I agree with him. It's not.
And that's the point I was making.
No, Suboor. You're not. It's not must be true because of an assumption of common ancestry. The whole point I'm saying is you don't conclude it because of your assumption of homology, right? You do it because the data confirms it.
And I summarized your argument. I summarized your argument, which was similarities are due to common ancestry. Similarities exist. Therefore, common ancestry is true. And this is circular reasoning, which you've been doing throughout these 2 hours.
We're going to have to finish it. Thank you very much.
But you do realize your original point, you devolved from it.
Before we've discussed it for 2.5 hours. People can watch the discussion and then they can make their own.
Okay?
They can do, but I want you to understand something, right?
Suboor, look. We're going over the same thing again and again. We're going to leave it here.
Okay? Do you think your position has actually changed? Because your position in the beginning and the end was different.
No, it hasn't. You've just misunderstood. You've misunderstood. That's all it is.
Okay, but here's the thing. When we have
it's not a circular argument.
It is a circular argument.
You're saying we start with an assumption of homology, and therefore we conclude homology. Now, a circular argument is that there's no way out of the circle, right? But in here we have the data, and the data can either confirm or deny the hypothesis, right? And it confirms it, and that's why it's not a circular argument, because the data can easily refute it. And that's what you don't understand.
The data cannot refute it.
Well, we'll have to disagree.
Because, as we pointed out, and you disagreed with this, we have sociological evidence, which is different. We also have the fact that even genetically, that we have some things in the human and chimp genome which are different. But nothing,
the evidence,
nothing can actually
says the genes are going to be identical.
hang
That's a stupid thing to say.
No, it's not.
Because no one is saying the human genome and the chimp genome are identical. So the fact that there are some differences is completely irrelevant.
Exactly,
Completely irrelevant.
exactly, because nothing can disconfirm the assumption of homology.
Not true.
So why doesn't
I would give you multiple things that could disconfirm it.
Go on.
Okay. One, nano-P8 pseudogene is the oldest of the pseudogenes. If that were true, that would be disconfirming evidence of human chimp.
Okay, why? Let's deal with that. Why?
Why? Because nano-P8 is not in the chimps.
Okay.
Right? Nano-P1, P2, P3, P4, all the way nano-P11, they're all in the chimps.
Okay, perfect.
Now, they're in the chimps.
Wait, hang on.
This is getting dangerous.
Okay, just one last thing.
No. We've had many last things.
Okay, no, but
you're gonna have to give it up.
Just one last point. Wait, Phil, one last point. Phil.